Hey everybody, this is the Wargaming Guy. Welcome to our overview and introduction to the biggest war game that probably will be released in 2021, and that is War in the East 2. I say biggest, not in the sense of sales, because who knows what it's going to sell. I certainly don't. But just in the sense of its scope, its size. It's just a huge game, and it's changed so much from the original, and even from War in the West. For those of you that have played that. And it lays out something for the future as well, I believe. So we're going to kind of go through some of this. I'm going to walk you through some things, read some of the material for you. Then we'll actually get into the game and just look at it. I'm not going to be playing the game in this video. So if you're looking for gameplay, this is not the video because I just got this morning. And so I have not even had a chance to touch the tutorial, much less anything else. But War in the East 2, of course, follow up to the massive War in the East original game from years ago, and War in the East is also a follow-up to War in the West, which was its sister game. And they've got two basic screens that they give you here, one for the Germans and one for the Russians. Now, normally when I start a game, I kind of go through the opening things real quick. There's a video that I usually just blow right through. But I'm actually going to show you the video to War in the East 2 because I think it's beautiful, and it lists all of the people who worked on this game, and that's an amazing total. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this, and then we'll get into some of the details of War in the East. Man, I love that music. That gives me a feel almost like I'm watching Band of Brothers. And did you see all of the people who playtested this thing? It's huge. So let me share with you some information that Matrix has sent. I've got four and what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4.25 pages of information, which I'm not going to read all to you, never fear. While I'm doing it, I'm going to be showing you some screenshots as well from the game, just to give you a little feel for that. This, of course, is a complete overhaul of the original War in the East, and here's some major gameplay changes between War in the West and War in the East 2. But before I get to that, just so you'll know, and we'll look at this a little bit later, War in the East comes with a wide array of scenarios, ranging from the short tutorial on the battle for Veliki Luki, which will probably be the next video I put up on War in the East, me struggling through that, to the destruction of the Southwestern Front, all of these kind of things. There's 7 operational scenarios and 3 full map campaigns in this game, for starters. So here's some of the major changes. Double rail lines. shown by black-white ribbons. These rails move the same as in War in the West, single rail lines. as in War in the West, have reduced capacity of 40% of the double. Regions. The map now is subdivided into regions. These are only, currently used for the AI and theater boxes, but may be used further when we look at partisans. Theater boxes. War in the West had the East Front box as an option. War in the East 2 has theater boxes for all of the off-map European and Russian Far East areas. You will notice that Finland is now a theater box. This simplifies AI work exponentially. It is possible that in future, if Leningrad falls, you can pull Finnish troops from the theater box on the map. And the road quality. The code is much the same as in War in the West. War in the West, the road quality was set for a country by default. In War in the East 2, you can set the quality by hex. Road quality impacts in poor weather and also affects rear area movement. They've instituted a right-click menu. Various map modes, functions, and overlays can now be addressed directly from the map by right-clicking on the hex. So, for example, you can build a depot or an air base if none exists in that hex, or expand an air base, or alter the priority of a depot, or disband it from the pop-up. You can get more information by expanding the map information option, and so you can check out all of that stuff as well. Air phase changes, and this is where they're losing me because I have played a bit of War in the West here on the channel, but the whole air thing was just like overwhelming, and as you can see by looking at this picture, this game is not any simpler, that's for sure. The major changes, air divisions. The major change, is the addition of air divisions. Air divisions are air units that allow you to group air groups together for ease of control. The intention is to allow you to move your air divisions en masse and also set parameters to allow unit rotation, etc. Air directive summary screen. You can access an on-map overlay that allows you to manage your air mission allocations. And there is an air transfer mode, F10 key, that if you select criteria using the commander's report, only air units that meet those conditions will be obvious on the map. Ground phase changes. Turn 1 special rules. You knew this was coming. First turn penalty for Soviet air intercepts and flak. First turn AF bombing bonus for the Axis. Combat delay on the first German turn attack cannot go above 1. On to page 3. I printed them out. All Soviet motorized units are set to a reserve mode automatically and are given 25 movement points at the start of the German turn 1 if the German player is being played by a human player. Motorized units pay 0 MPs. Non-motorized units pay plus 1 MP to enter unit zone of control. First winter rules. Added in reduction to Axis railability in bad weather. Movement of freight in blizzard and heavy snow hexes are charged with an additional movement point penalty. 4 for blizzard, 2 for snow, 5 for random, whatever that is. And frostbite rules. To damage the Axis ground elements and aircraft, AFVs are more susceptible to damage. So there you go. Rear area administrative movement. Ground unit costs are different for moving in hexes that are friendly controlled at the start of your turn compared to hexes you have captured in your turn. The cost is dependent on the morale of your formation, but in a clear hex, in clear weather, will cost an infantry 1 MP, while entering a captured hex will cost 2 to 3. Then there's preparation points. Preparation points reflect units that are rested and fresh before entering combat. The effect is to boost the combat value of a unit when it attacks, but not when it is attacked. Almost all the German army on turn 1 starts with 100% preparation points. This shows the at start Army Group North and the attacking, though this must be referring to a picture which is not in here, so never mind that. You lose preparation points by attacking. That'll cost you 50%. Subsequent attacks a further 50. Moving and or being attacked, and you gain prep points by not moving. The better the supply to the unit, the quicker you will regain preparation points. A prep point soft factor is planned, as is one for fatigue. So now, by the way, the version of the game that you're going to see today is not the final version, but they said it's very close. Theater boxes are being developed, as we mentioned. Production and logistics. You can, especially for the Soviet side, it says, newly produced support units and air formations are allocated in the reserve theater box. Unlike in War in the East, this function is left completely to the game. That's Soviet factories. And then you've got things like rail repair, depots. You can capture depots. You will receive some freight and supplies from the captured depots and the supplies and the fuel inside the city location at the depot location. Some freight can still be converted to fuel and supplies and left in the city location. This pool will probably be adjusted in the future, but it will allow some goods to be captured and used by ground units. I think that's cool. Creating depots. Depots can now be created with no active rail link to the hex, but a rail yard will not be created where none exists until the hex is linked. And there's auto depot creation. This should be used after the player has manually repaired rails during their turn. It will attempt to create 10 new depots per turn, and so that will help you not have to micromanage that. Finally, truck depot limits. There's now a cap on how many trucks a depot can handle. The cap is now equal to the depot capacity divided by 10. This should result in the same number as the old system would for supply priority 3 depots, and blah, blah, blah. So there you go. Now, these are just some more pictures here. This is if you want to get information, you can get information on any unit in the game. Unbelievable. And slide down and you can read the whole history, or at least what is known of this unit. This is the 20th Panzer Division, for example. Here we go. Here's the order of battle screen that you can access and dig through that and get all the kinds of goodies there. I love this. Look at OKH here. It's got 4,404 tanks. So there you go. Here's another situation report that you can call up to find out what's happening. And this is the 2nd Flieger Corps and all that information. And here's another one showing you a little bit of just how it goes. This is the tutorial for Veliki Luki. So you can see some of the supply here that will take place, and apparently this is going to be very small. In War in the East 1, I guess we'll have to call it now, they also had a tutorial for Veliki Luki, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure I played it, and so that's what it looks like now. Here's another example a little bit later, and you got the snow and the whole thing, and you can see all these units everywhere. And here's a victory points screen where you can look to see how well you're doing or how well you're not doing. You can look at this. All these cities have victory points. So, whew. And that's the first part of this. Now we're going to jump into the game, and we're going to see what some of this looks like, just to give you an overview. So don't go anywhere. And we're back here letting War in the East 2 load. Just wanted to give you a look at this screen. And here we go. And I have not actually done anything with the preferences. Let's see here. I'm actually trying to find the music volume, which I always like to turn way down. There we go. That'll do for now. So this is the opening screen, as you can tell, and let's just go ahead and take a look here at the scenarios. So here we go. 1941 campaign, Stalingrad to Berlin campaign, Red Army Resurgent, Vistula to Berlin campaign. Oh, that ought to be fun. Operation Typhoon, Red God of War, Destruction of the Southwestern Front, Introductory Scenario 2, Road to Minsk. Here's the introductory Scenario 1, let's take a look just so we can see the whole map here at which is, hello, trying to find out which one of these would cover the whole war. It's not readily apparent to me. No, it's not what that is. That's just going to cover Army Group North. So where's the scenario that covers the whole thing? Yeah. Well, here's the first surprise of the game, people. I can't find it. Wow, that's a little weird. I mean, it has to be there, right? Wow. Okay. Well, we'll just start with this. Let's just start with that. And we'll see what happens. Is it just not put in the game yet, or am I like insane? Yeah, we'll go with that. That's fine. Here we go. So the first thing I want to do is zoom out to show you. Oh, they're not going to show it, or are they? Here, let's get rid of this. Yes. This is what I wanted you to notice. That the war in the East map, we're in these two maps, look what else it covers. It covers all of England. It covers up here all of Norway. It well, you can see right down here in the mini map. You can come down here. It covers Africa, North Africa. So I think it's pretty clear. There's Italy. There's all of France. So you can't access any of this. Here's the Balkans. But I think it's pretty clear that the ultimate goal here now is ultimately to redo War in the West and then do the whole thing so that ultimately you will have at your fingertips the entire European theater of war at basically at a division level. Although, again, the problem for War in the West is, yeah, this is a pretty small map to really play out Normandy, right? But, you can't have everything. So there you go, people. So here we go. You can see they got all the town names are there, and here's the units as they're laid out here at the start of the war. It's a massive thing. Plus, of course, all of the... I've also read that, by the way, that supply is more tricky in this game than the original war in the East. So there's that. Let's look at this. Here's the situation report. So you get a look at that, and when you're done reading it over there, you just take that, and that goes away. So each turn, I guess, little things will pop up there for you to look at. Let's just see where everything is here. Woo! There's Minsk. There's Orel. There's Tula. There's Moscow. And how come the music seems louder all of a sudden? So there you go. That's the map as it comes with the game. And I'm sure there'll be plenty of people making mods for this very, very soon. Nope. I have no idea how to get out of this to get back to the... That's probably end of the turn, which I don't want. I should have really looked that up first, huh? How about admin? Yes. Thank you. There we go. Because I also wanted to go back here and apparently turn the music down again. There. Let's yeah, that's it. So it's weird because I I don't know. I don't understand where the whole campaign is. Can't be Stalingrad to Berlin, because that's 42 to 45, 42 to 43, 45 to 45. Obviously, this starts in, it's just the Red God of War. That's again, that's another short one. Yeah. So, I'm assuming it will come with the update. This is the 23rd of March that I'm recording this on. And, of course, the game comes out on the 25th. And they did say they would be one more update. So, there you go. Let's actually... I think this would be interesting to look at. Let's take a look at what it looks like when they're on the Vistula. A time of utter despair for the Germans, but nevertheless, it's a very tough scenario. I watched XTRG play the original war in the East in this scenario, and he won. Which blew my mind because I had played part of it before and got totally creamed. Here we go. So again, you get the situation report. Oh, look at that. So you can read that. You can also look at Germany fully mobilizes. Yeah, a little too late, boys. And here's this massive Russian army. According to the things that I've read about this, by the way, and they say that in fact, I didn't read that part. Maybe I should have. But they do talk about the AI being like the best yet. Let's see if I can find it. No, naturally I can't because I want to find it. But anyway, they did say they've worked hard, and they feel that the AI is really, well, just really excellent. So that's something to look forward to as we play this. And that's going to do it. What do you think looking at this? Are you planning on buying it when it comes out? Are you planning on waiting to see what's going to happen? I myself am going to try and get the next video out soon, but obviously I have to figure out what I'm doing first. That might take a while, but I'll try to get one out fairly quick, and we'll just kind of see what happens. So, oh yeah, this thing on the map here, that's the theater box for the Northern Front. Transcaucasus for the Far East. And because I'm playing the Russians in this scenario, I guess it's set up that it would be... There you go. And I don't know how to get rid of that box. That's how you do it. Click that little thing there. And what happens when you right click? There you go. All right. Anything else here? Let's see. Oh, let's get down here. I'd be curious to zoom in a little. And let's pick this hex. Oh, there you go. So that's what it looks like. Map info. Enemy hexes. You can see the little X's, victory location. Info screens. Wow. Germany, East Prussia. Info screens, yeah. All right, that's how you establish the new airfield. So there you go. All right, guys. So that's going to do it for this quick little first look at War in the East 2. Hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like I say, are you going to buy it? What do you think? We'll all find out just 48 hours from now. So till next time, this is the Wargaming Guy saying thanks for watching. Take care out there, everybody, and I will see you later.